Hey everybody, Brian the Wild Armenian, Rat Ride Carport Builder Mechanic, whatever you call me. Oh, sorry, I kicked the camera. And don't call me late for lunch. And don't kick my camera. Hey, Merry Christmas. Wow, 2023, Christmas Day, raining in Central Florida. Hey, we need it. Oh, what the heck, I ain't complaining. I'm sorry I haven't been around lately making any videos between whatever's been going on, busy. I've been talking about retiring. I'm 65. I turned 65 this December. And I got my Medicare card, and all that, and I've been using that. I'm doing a deal. I got 3 more days left. This morning, me and the wife, she was helping me. We were putting my uniforms, my work uniforms, in the bag, so I'm returning those, and I've got about 3 days worth of my own street clothes, or my work uniforms I'm going to wear that I belong to me, so I might as well get all of it together. I got to get my toolbox out of the shop, and I've been slowly pulling my personal belongings from shop, from work, and so it's a process. Wow, it's surreal, man, I tell you. Really didn't believe that I could actually get this part in my life. I'm 65, like I said. I could have retired at the age of 62, and I've, mentioned that on my previous videos that I didn't have insurance. I wasn't in the military, so I could have been self-insured. It's very expensive. Or I could have went through Obamacare, and I don't trust all that. And plus, I make good money at work, so I socked away some money, did some, flipped some cars or whatever, whatever it took to get where I'm at, and, a little mad money, I guess, what I'm trying to say, and it worked out. It worked for me, and I'm okay with it all. And I know I left a lot of money on the table, if I didn't retire at 62, I get all that, but it was a chance, life is a chance. And some things I gamble about and some things I don't. And, this past year in 2023, I had a problem with a chainsaw, a big problem. Damn near cut my leg off. And that was very expensive. And thank God the company I work for, we have good Blue Cross Blue Shield. And so if I was self-paid, I would be in big trouble financially. It would probably wipe my savings out or put a good hurt to it. I'd have payments or whatever. So I don't have any of that. So, it worked out. I'm blessed that I stayed working. An accident happened and I had insurance, and that's why I did it. It worked for me. Some people retire at 62. Maybe they're not as clumsy as I am, or stuff happens, or whatever. It worked for me, and that's all I can say. And if you could, if you can retire at 62, by all means do. If you got the opportunity now. I was talking to a fella, he was, I believe he told me he was 57 years old, and he was in the military. I forgot what branch he told me, it was kind of interesting conversation, because he was going, well, wow, you're retired. How can you do that? There's inflation and all that. And I said, well, my bills are paid. And I turned and I said, do you have your house paid? And he goes, yeah, all that's paid. Car payment. I think he's got a little car payment, motorcycle, whatever. And I said, well, the best thing to do is, pay all your bills off. Pay it all off. Don't be debt-free, as much as you can. Of course, you're not going to be totally debt-free in life. You got utilities and insurance, but I'm talking about, assets and that kind of stuff, our homes and stuff. Don't have credit cards, that kind of stuff. Sure, you're going to get to the day you die, you're going to probably utility bills and, whatever, gasoline, that, and insurance payments, that, and taxes too. Well, that's 2 things guaranteed, death and taxes, right? So, yeah. And I talked to him, I said, well, gee, you're in pretty good position to start socking money away. And I told him I got a CD at the bank, and it paid me 5.4% interest. Yield on my CD, on my money. He goes, really? I go, yeah. And I think I'm not for sure. I put quite a big chunk of money on there, but I don't know what he had. I didn't try to get into it, but I told him, I think, don't get me wrong, it's either 10 grand or 20 grand to open up a CD at the bank. And I wasn't really, I really wasn't sure because I put more than that in it, you know. And he goes, well, I got that covered. He said he got, I guess the way he was talking, he's got a little over 20 grand saved up. I said, well, do that because he wasn't saving anything. I mean, you know, investing in it is money, just leaving it in the bank. And I said, well, you know, that's good too, but I mean, you're not drawing that much interest with the regular, excuse me, with the regular savings account. So he goes, well, heck, and he's going to check out my bank. And he said, I'm going to check that out. And I said, yeah, you know, check around. I said, there's even online banks too. And I personally, I don't like that. I'd rather go to brick and mortar. And I'm with a credit union also. And I trust those folks a little bit better. And so anyway, I mean, you can get better rates than I just said, you know. And there's T-bonds also. And you know, really, I don't know much about T-bonds, and I hear they're paying really, the yield on those are really good. But, you know, we talked about this kind, and this is what we talked about. And I said, you know, I don't know where they got him. I think maybe 67 is full retirement age for this gentleman, and he could retire at 62, but, you know, he won't get as much, and I explained that to him. I said, yeah, you could retire at 62, but you're not going to get, you're not going to get Medicare, and you won't get as much money, you know, if you was to wait the full retirement. But I said, you know, you do have one benefit over me. You're a veteran, and you have VA benefits. So you have that option, a better option than I had, because I wasn't in the military. And so he's got that. So there you go. He could retire at 62. You know, he was not going to make as much, but, you know, maybe he, you know, with that CD at his age, and he piles on and yields, and his interest keeps building, and he invests his money right like that, he could probably live comfortably, and whatever it is. So I think when I retired, or when I was going to retire at 62, I believe it was like $1,300, all I could get. And then you got to take out, you know, the taxes and the insurance and all that, which wouldn't leave me but maybe $1,000 if I was lucky. Now I'm over that now, of course, with all the COLA raises they've given, you know, raised me up, and I'm at $1,640, which is not a whole lot of money, but it's better than $1,000. And so, you know, with that gave that gentleman a room to think about it, you know, and here he was thinking, oh, he won't be able to retire. I think he's in a better shape than I was at 50, you know, I mean, really, especially being in the military. So, I mean, a lot of times people put roadblocks on their mind. They listen to too much negative stuff, I think, really, and they just think that they can't retire. You know, and when I was a young man, and I know I've said this, and you're going to hear me over and over again because it's what happened to me. You know, when I was in my 20s, even my 30s, people used to go, oh, when you get old, you won't have no retirement. Bull, I'm retiring. I'm doing the deal. I'm actually doing it. You know, and it feels awkward. I'm going to be honest with you. It does feel kind of awkward doing this all. You know, it's a new beginning, I guess. And, you know, and all you guys, young folks, you know, life is a chance. I'm going to admit that. I'm not going to lie to you. None of us are promised tomorrow. And don't give up. I mean, just, you know what? The best advice, if I'm going to give any advice, and please, I don't like even saying giving an advice, just my opinion about it all. The best thing you can do is live for today, you know, one day at a time, and save like there's a tomorrow. How's that? I don't know. I just made that up. I know it sounded good. But anyway, hey, please like and subscribe to my channel. Trust me, I need all the help I can get. Give me a thumbs up, and God bless y'all. I really enjoy all the comments I've been getting. And hey, hope to see you on the flip side. God bless y'all. Thank you.